Hey everyone, what's going on? And we're doing the weekly event for this week. Nothing too exciting this week. I mean, there's some good ones, but I already farmed them, so nothing for me to do. I'm just probably going to be doing and focusing on the escalation for the majority of this week. And so we have a special challenge. Yveltal. Now, this is normally a time stage, an expert stage, and this one is obviously going to be a lot easier than the expert one. So, if you don't have Yveltal, you definitely want to go ahead and pick it up. And there's a bunch of good fighting types, so hopefully you have some of these Pokemon, and you should be able to beat this one just fine. You could also play it for raise max levels. A very small chance to drop raise max levels, but it is possible. So, if you want to go ahead and farm Yveltal, you could do that, and you could power up its Block Smash Plus, or, it has Power Up 5 Plus. I'm not sure if it has a third ability, I don't think it does, but, yeah, so, Yveltal shouldn't cause you too much trouble. It's really not that difficult. It doesn't have a lot of HP, so, hopefully, you could beat it. Yeah, hopefully you could beat it. And I'm using the Shiny Hawlucha just for fun, just because I recently discovered how awesome Hammering Streak was. I didn't know that it was good before, so, we do use that one. And yeah, that's an S rank, and that's nice, so I'll definitely take that. And moving on, we have a great chance a day. Now, this is once a day. You definitely want to play Thundurus because it could drop a Mega Speed Up. I'm not sure what the chances of it dropping a Mega Speed Up. It's not like a high chance, but it's not free to play. But you might as well play it every single day just for that chance. It also drops personalized skill boosters. Doesn't really matter for those just because it's not a good Pokemon. It has I think it has Power 5 Plus, and you could skill swap it to something else. I don't know if it's Relentless or Paralysis combo. It might be one of those. I don't know. One of them has one, the other Genie has the other. I don't know, but obviously don't care about the skill the personalized skill boosters. I'm just going for the chance at a Mega Speed Up. I'm not gonna get it though, and yeah, so this one could definitely be a tough stage. This one I could definitely see being a tough stage depending on where you are in the game. Moving on, we do have Celebi. Now, Celebi's interesting because it used to be like an escalation, but before that it was a special challenge stage or something. So, they keep on going back and forth. This one, I'm not really 100% sure on the best move. It might be the one that I made, so you could definitely go ahead and do that match and get rid of all the bottom rows of ice, basically, the 3 bottom rows. And I believe that happens every single time. Now, Shiny Mega Tyranitar, if you do that match, might not be the best decision because by the time you Mega Evolve it, the ice is basically going to be gone. So you definitely don't need Shiny Mega Tyranitar. You could definitely go in with something else. And that should definitely be a good way to go. This stage has plenty of moves available, and it doesn't have a lot of HP. So this one, you'll be just fine on. This is not a tough one. You're not going to want to farm Celebi just because it's really not that good. So who cares about Celebi? I mean, you should catch it. You should definitely catch it just because you gotta catch more, right? So definitely go ahead and catch it. But I wouldn't recommend farming this one for anything. It has a couple of skills, but it's totally not worth it. So yeah, that is Celebi. And that is yet another S rank. I know S ranks don't matter in special challenges, but it is what it is. Now, Wobbuffet. This used to be a Triumph Item stage. I guess they retired those stages. It used to be free to play. Everything was simple. You probably have it. You could farm these now, which is actually really cool. I don't think Wobbuffet is good. I think the best Triumph Items Pokemon would be Carnivine because it has Risk Taker, which used to be good. It's not really that great anymore, so I wouldn't recommend farming it. I'm not sure what Persimmon has and Oranguru. I don't remember, so I'll look into them, but I don't think any of them are necessarily worth it. Anyway, getting back into this stage, Wobbuffet, super easy stage. I guess it's technically not as easy as a Triumph Item stage because you could use all items, including a complexity. But even still, this is really not a difficult one. This is super easy. It throws on some ice on the field on the starting board. It actually resembles his eyes, which I thought was pretty neat. But yeah, do go ahead and beat Wobbuffet. So really easy stage. You're not going to have trouble on this one at all. yeah, you definitely won't have trouble on this one. So, yeah, go ahead and beat that. Now, Regirock. Now, I actually farmed this. I don't know when it was. It was a while ago. It was a long time ago. Way before I started making videos. And at that point, I believe we had the Risk Taker Pokemon. I think that was the dominant ability at that time. And I was able to beat it itemless every time. So it's not that it was a tough stage for me, but it took forever. Now that we have better Pokemon like Primal Kyogre and regular Kyogre, and things like that, it doesn't take that long. But this definitely could be a tough stage if you don't have some of these Pokemon. And it is a tough stage. You have a lot of moves, but the disruptions are annoying. Has rocks and Regirock that keep on falling down from the sky field and things like that. So definitely an annoying stage if you don't have like a rock shot user. You could definitely go in with like Mega Shiny Deontay, I guess, to get rid of these rocks. I didn't feel like it was necessary, but it's a good way to go. I kept on getting confused with Flygon and Glade or Mega Glade. They look different, but I kept on like making the matches. I was matching like Glade with Flygon, and just getting a little bit confused. Not a big deal, but still, it was happening. It happens occasionally, I guess. But yeah. So, I don't know. This one, I would definitely recommend farming because it has last-ditch effort, so it's absolutely amazing. And it's one that you want to farm, but if you can't, because it is tough, so I'm not going to say that it's not a tough one. Even though I beat it in plenty of moves, it's still a tough stage. It does put on some blocks. I believe those rocks and Regirock on the sides, they go away eventually, but you'll probably beat it if you have a similar team as me. So either way, we do go ahead and beat Regirock. So if you can farm it. If you can't, just try and catch it. That's basically what I am trying to say. Now Golem, I don't know if this has ever been repeated. I can't recall. It might have been. It's not really a new Pokemon, but either way, just going in with a fun team, going in with a water team. I do have the Ash Greninja and the Poliwrath just for fun, big wave. I bought Kyogre, Primal Kyogre. There's no rocks. I didn't know that. I didn't remember the stage at all. But, it doesn't really matter. I didn't think this one was tough, so I remember beating it itemless. That's all I remembered about the stage, back whenever it was available. So not really a tough one. We actually have a couple of Ash Greninja 5 matches. Not going to activate it, unfortunately, but not a big deal. We're still going to be able to obviously beat this one. So, yeah, you should be able to handle this stage just fine. You shouldn't have any difficulty on it. It does disrupt with some blocks, so, a block shot user obviously would be good. You have Dugtrio, you have Poplio. If you have those. But yeah, if you don't, the stage is still not difficult, so I should be able to handle it just fine, as I said already. You can farm it. You're not going to, but you can. I think it has cross attack. I don't know if it gets a new ability. I actually should look into that, because if it does, it might be good. I don't know. But, if it doesn't, it's one that you're not going to farm. But yeah. Going in a little more casual on the stage just because I knew... Well, I didn't know what it was like, but I knew it wasn't going to be difficult. So, yeah, that doesn't have a lot of HP either, so we're able to obviously clean up the stage and beat this one. So that is really cool. Definitely take that. So that is Golem. And we do actually get a personalized skill booster, but as I said, not going to matter for us. So moving on, we have a Alolan Marowak. Now this is another stage I didn't remember. It's never been repeated before, and I know I have a video of it. I should have remembered. So I bought like the Drifblim just in case I had Ice. I have Trevenant, just in case I had extra Pokemon. Now when I saw the stage, I immediately remembered it. It has Salazzle, and it also has Alolan Marowak and the regular Marowak on the field. So obviously my mistake for bringing Drifblim. I'm not too sure actually what the best move. If you have the Charlotte Salazzle, I don't know if that's the best move just because there might be a way to clear out all of those Pokemon, without using Shadow. I don't know if there is. There might be, there might not be, but either way, it doesn't really matter. We're still able to beat it, but, still, trying to go for Shout Out, Mimikyu with Spookify Plus, obviously good. It disrupts every few turns, basically, with a similar pattern, so I think that's basically the match you want to go for in that one, at least. So, yeah. Not really too bad. You could definitely use, like Shiny Mega Charizard X just to get rid of some of those extra Pokemon on the bottom. I wasn't really trying to do that just because I wanted them for Shout Out, but, if you don't have the Trevenant, it's definitely a good way to go. Definitely activating Spookify Plus, just so we could, get more damage, basically. So, yeah. Again, not sure what the best move is on that board, but, it didn't really matter. It wasn't a big deal. So Trevenant not really activating again. Doesn't really matter. You should be okay on this stage. I guess it could be a little bit tough if you're early on into the game, but either way, it's really not the worst of the worst. So, it doesn't have a lot of HP, so it's okay. It's okay. And, I actually think it's a fun stage just because I like seeing all these Pokemon, but yeah. So, either way, we beat it with a few moves left, but nonetheless, we still beat it, so, able to take that one out. So, yeah, that is Alolan Marowak, and really cool that it's back for those that need it, because I know it hasn't been available for quite a while. I know it's never been repeated, so, until now, so, yeah. And it has Shadow Dance, which, as I've said before, is not really a great ability, just because it has to be a match of 5. So yeah, that is Alolan Marowak. And moving on, we have the final stage of the batch, which is Meloetta. Now, I really wouldn't advise farming Meloetta at this point, even if you could beat it itemless consistently, just because it's really not as good as it once was. A Nosedive is still good, but it's kind of, we have plenty of other good fighting options that you're probably going to have a difficult time fitting Meloetta on your team. So, I don't think it's really worth, the stage is definitely not difficult. Now, it's difficult, but, it's not the worst ultra stage in the world. So, it's definitely possible itemless consistently. I just don't think it's worth it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But, it still is tough. Depending on where you are in the game, of course, depending on what Pokemon you have, but, we're able to beat it itemless. So, I farmed this a while ago. It was more difficult a while ago just because, we didn't have the Mewtwo, we didn't have some of these shout-out Pokemon whenever I was farming it, so definitely more difficult. I would totally recommend the Mewtwo, even though Mewtwo didn't activate for me. I believe it didn't activate for me on this attempt. But, either way, it's definitely good because, that 50% chance Cyburst. Definitely want to have that. I didn't feel like you should leave the last spot blank. I'm actually not sure what happens if you do. I'm not sure if it's an added support. I'm not sure if it's, rocks or whatever. But even if it's an added support, I didn't feel like it was necessary. It does disrupt with some Meloetta at some point, so not really a big deal. So yeah, definitely not a big deil. So I don't know. If you're able to farm it, I guess you could if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Cyburst not activating at all during this battle. Still able to beat it, so that's good, but yeah. So go ahead and knock out Meloetta. So just over 20,000 HP, I guess. Not too bad. By the way, how did you all do in the competition? I got S tier, so I got all the items, so that's awesome. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.